Rye. It's another cold day, so I'm drinking my hot tea. Christian just left, but he left leaving me some very fresh homemade chai, which I don't know if you can see, but it's delicious. I just drank the foam off the top, so it's not as impressive. Anyway, hi. Today is Wednesday, which means it's a book review day, and I found a book that's very much related to school, at least in my opinion, Catcher in the Rye, which I hadn't planned on reading until John Green did his whole thing on it, and so I said I really want to read that now. And anyway, I thought it was really interesting. I really enjoyed the writing. I thought it was really fantastic, but I felt it was sort of unrelatable for me. I thought the character study was fantastic. I thought the setting was really cool. I feel like the main part I could relate to, and the focus of the story really, was all based on school. I felt like the book might be more relatable for less optimistic people and for bullies, as well as people that have been to school more than I have. I felt like the school part was really, really interesting, and I really could relate to like his teachers, like how he had some good ones and how he had some bad ones, and how they talked to him, and how he was like just not motivated. I've never been that person, but I know people that are, so I could relate to that. But I felt like for personal reasons, I couldn't relate to it. As a piece of art, I thought it was beautiful. The thing that I found really interesting is a while back, I read Camilla by Madeline Lingle, or Camilla Dickinson, and it was one of the coolest books I've ever read, and I absolutely loved it. While I was reading Catcher in the Rye, I was reminded of Camilla, and so I decided to look it up again, and I realized they were published in the same year, and they're in the same setting, which I didn't think, because I'd read it a long time ago, and I just read it because I love Madeline Lingle, and I didn't think that I knew she had been publishing books for so many years, but I didn't think of her writing in the same level of like J.D. Salinger and The Catcher in the Rye, because you always hear about Catcher in the Rye. But I was realizing that Camilla could have been just as popular as Catcher in the Rye is. So there must have been something that's made them different. And I don't quite understand that, because for me, Camilla was a lot more relatable. But maybe it was just that it was a girl's perspective. I don't know. But it was really, 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 really good book, and I really suggest it. Higher level than Catcher in the Rye for girls and for me and people like me. The writing is just as beautiful and the story is just as intriguing. It doesn't have the same level of character study that J.D. Salinger has, but it was still truly fantastic. I've started reading more books from classes people consider classics, and I've really been enjoying it. And I think I've tried to do it in future, not the future. I've tried to do this in the past, but it's never been easy for me, never been interesting. And every other classic I've read, I've kind of been like, oh, that's cool. Or some of them I've really liked. Like, I always loved Dickens, but I've read Dickens since I was really, really young. I feel like I've kind of connected with it, and I have the ability to process it much better than I used to. It's interesting with growing up, because like when you get older, you'll start understanding things in different ways and relating to them differently. Oh! And I'm glad you picked that challenge. Very hard, and I don't know why you picked it when, frankly, I would have gone for the caffeine one. Everyone says it's really hard, and I'm sure it is, but yeah, I think I would have gone for the caffeine one. I definitely wouldn't have done the Justin Bieber one, but I can't sing and you can, so anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye!